Tennyson Center for Children is one of the Rocky Mountain region's leading treatment centers for abused, neglected, and at-risk children and youth. Helping young people rise above neglect, abuse, or other behavioral challenges is just one part of the equation. Tennyson Center needs you as well. And with us today, Rod Whitty. He's the Tennyson Center's Chief Executive Officer. Nice to see you, Rod.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
This is such an important day that you're here because it's Colorado Gives Day. Tell me a little bit more about Tennyson Center and what it's all about.
Tennyson Center has been around over 100 years. We work with kids that are suffering from abuse and neglect, also kids suffering from other emotional, mental health, behavioral, and developmental challenges as well.
What kind of programs do you offer for the children?
We offer a number of different programs, three primary ones. We have a residential program where kids live with us, having been removed from their homes for their own safety, and they go to school with us. We have a day treatment program where kids living at home are struggling with challenges in school, and they come to school, stay at home while they're coming to school for treatment and their education. And then a community-based, home-based program where we work with families more on an early intervention type basis, where challenges are being identified and we work with the family in the home.
It's just heartbreaking to think that someone can abuse a child. You can help by going to TennysonCenter.org, or you can call locally. The number is at the bottom of your screen. It's 303-433-2541. And give us a closer inside look about the children and the families that you're helping.
We work with kids anywhere between the ages of 5 and 18. We also work with their family members. These are kids that in the residential program really are struggling with abuse and neglect in their history. Very, very serious trauma. Their family members that we work with more on the day treatment and the home-based program, we help them learn how to deal with the challenges that their children are struggling with. And through the treatment program, through the education that we do, we help kids get caught up in their education. Many times they're years behind in their schooling. Right. And we help that family then to deal with the challenges that those children have.
Behind in their schooling because they're dealing with so much emotional and possibly physical abuse at home, correct?
Exactly.
That's so sad. The Tennyson Center has a long history. How did it get its start?
You know, we started 111 years ago as an orphanage. We started in Loveland, Colorado. Kids that came from parents who in some cases couldn't afford to take care of their kids. In some cases a parent or both parents had died. We moved down to Denver just a few years after we started, tried to be closer to the kids and the families that we were working with, and actually moved on to our current site 105 years ago and have been at 29th and Tennyson in the Highlands area ever since.
And the needs since the early days have changed really for the kids and the families.
They have. In the late 60s, society, rightfully so, decided, you know, kids shouldn't be growing up in institutions. They should be growing up in homes. Right. And we totally agree with that. So we went through a transformation process and we saw that where the need was dealing with kids who were dealing with trauma and mental and emotional challenges. And so we adapted, and those are the kids we're working with today.
Well, today is Colorado Gives Day, so if you want to donate to maybe a charity that's close to your heart, Tennyson Center for Children, they are here to offer support and help to family and services to children who are abused or neglected or just need a little bit of extra help. How many children does Tennyson actually serve, Rod?
On any given day, we're serving between 150 and 200 kids in all of our programs combined, and over the course of the year, we touch the lives of 300 to 500 kids and 800 to 1,000 family members.
Tell me about a Tennyson Center kid. What do you want people to know about the children there?
You know, these are kids. They're just kids, but they're struggling with some stuff that a lot of us don't have to struggle with, whether it's the abuse and neglect on our residential program or just dealing with mental and emotional challenges. But they're just kids. Mm-hmm. And what we want to do is help them have the life of a kid. Not a different kid, but just to be a kid, right, and give them a chance then to have a successful life.
It's just heartbreaking to think, and sometimes it's not because of neglect or abuse. Like you said, it's emotional or behavioral needs that the Tennyson Center provides to help the children. It's critical to continue to support groups like Tennyson. Why do you think?
You know, over the last 15 years, there's been 30 different programs out there just in Colorado alone that have had to close their doors because of funding. Fortunately, you know, many organizations are still there, like the Tennyson Center for Children, but the level of challenge of the kids that we're working with today is quite more severe than it was just 10 or 15 years ago. Some of those institutions that closed would work with the most severely challenged kids. And now we're working with those kids. And you know, the funding mechanisms out there, there's always a challenge with state and federal budgets, and you hear a lot about you know, budget deficits and cuts. And so fortunately we have a strong donor base, but
Good.
to help more kids, the need continues to grow.
And if you don't help, you're not closing a door on a business, you're closing a door on a child that needs help. How can we help?
Today's a great day. ColoradoGives.org /Tennyson is where people can donate to us. We would also welcome an opportunity to show people what we do at Tennyson. Come for a tour. We love showing what we do. We're very open and transparent about the work that we do within privacy issues guidelines, obviously. But you know, support Tennyson, support other organizations out there that work with kids. But come for a tour.
Thank you very much, Rod. Yeah, you do wonderful work, amazing work. Tennyson Center for Children is here to offer support, services, and hope to children and families of abuse and neglect. And there's a lot we can all do to lend a hand to ensure a brighter future for thousands of Colorado kids. You can volunteer, you can donate, and you can learn about the programs offered at Tennyson Center. Please go to their website. It's TennysonCenter.org. That's TennysonCenter.org. And of course, today is Colorado Gives Day. You can send a monetary donation today. Please do so. Go online, like he said, like Rod said. It's coloradogives.org /Tennyson. That's coloradogives.org /Tennyson to make a difference for a child in need.